What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Warzone video. In today's video, we will be breaking down the Season 4 blueprint. A lot of new exciting things happening. It seems like Ravenssoft has really upped their game and stepped it up a bit, and it looks like they're really gonna be putting a lot more effort into Warzone here in the future. But if you guys enjoy the video, leave a like on it. Also subscribe with notifications on. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, so just looking at the actual picture of the Season 4 blueprint, you can see we have new weapons, operators, vehicles, which we will go into in depth, as well as some new points of interest on the Warzone map. Now, as far as multiplayer and zombies, we do not cover that on the channel, so we will continue not covering that here on the channel. I do want to touch on a few things, however, with the slides. Now, first thing, it covers the new LTM in Warzone, and that's going to be Groundfall. Groundfall will be kicking off the start of Season 4, where you just go around doing different objectives in order to gain rewards. Now, some of the rewards do include weapon charms, calling cards, emblems, as well as XP, and of course the best part, which is the only reason why I ever did the LTMs, was the epic weapon blueprints. Now, this is going to be a secondary weapon blueprint. Now, covering the operators, I'm a huge fan of low profile. I want it to be poppy, I want it to be creative, I want to have a nice skin on my operator, but I don't want it to be so bright that as I'm navigating through Verdansk, I'm basically a glowing beacon. I want to have some toned down colors on my skins, so that's why I'm really a big fan of this guy. He's got some red on him, and it's really not that bright and poppy as we've seen in previous operators. Now, looking at this gun here, this may be the secondary. I believe it's the PPSH. It does look like a new camo. I'm not familiar with this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen this before. I may have missed it, but I do not recognize this, so this may be the blueprint. This is the new Jackal operator. Now, Jackal, you will unlock instantly when you get the battle pass. You also, when you hit level 100, you get an ultra rare version of Jackal as well. So it's pretty cool. You get two operators. If you complete the battle pass, you get two of the same operator with two different skins. So I do like to see that. Gives a little bit more variety, allows you to kind of just change it up between the same operator. Our second operator is going to be Sala. Now, he will not be live day one of Season 4. This will come probably mid-season. They will be offering this operator in the store bundle items. But again, I'm kind of a fan of these skins, something that's a little bit more toned down, a little bit more low profile. You know, I'm huge around tactics and I'm huge around strategies, and I just don't like the poppy characters. So I like the fact that we have some toned down colors on the skin. And lastly, we got Weaver. Again, low profile colors. I love it. The red's not super bright, super poppy. Black Ops is known for just having vibrant colors, which is awesome. Definitely gives it a little bit more of appeal. Again, makes the map more poppy. You can see things better. But again, if you're the player running out in the woods and you don't want to be seen, you don't want anything poppy. So I do love this skin. I love the blood effects, the one eye patch, and they will also be offering this operator and other store bundles as well. All right, they are offering 5 new weapons in this season, which is pretty huge, and they look to be really fun. We have the MG82, which, as you guys can see here, is an LMG. It looks really clean. Of course, it's got a bipod on it and everything, and luckily this weapon will also be free. You do not have to purchase it. It will be rewarded to you once you hit level 15 in your battle pass. Now, this gun looks interesting. This gun actually looks like a mold of 3 different guns. This gun reminds me a lot of the FAL, reminds me a little bit of the SWAT, and it reminds me a little bit of the SCAR as well. This is actually the C58. It's going to be a fully automatic weapon. It's going to have high damage at close range with a slower rate of fire, a faster bullet velocity with reliable recoil, and less ammo capacity. Now, if you're a Warzone player like I am, and most of you guys who watch this channel, that's not really a good thing. I'm gonna be honest. But whenever I see a weapon that says less ammo capacity or low ammo capacity, granted, we don't know if they're gonna have different magazines with like drums and things on it, but just assuming it does have a very small ammo count, I usually don't like to take that in Warzone, especially duos, trios, and quads, just because of third party, and you end up fighting 13 guys at the same time with 12 bullets in your magazine. It's not really a fun time, at least for me. And of course, you can unlock this for free in your battle pass at level 31. All right, next up, we got the Nailgun. Now, just off topic, this reminds me a lot of Sting, the wrestler from NWO. I'm really showing my age right now. I'm very interested to see how this gun changes the meta, but we'll talk about the meta here in a second. All right, just judging by the wording, I could be looking a little too much into this, but because it's fully automatic and of course it's slow firing as well, it's going to be a powerful weapon, I would imagine. Time to kill in Warzone is pretty crazy. And then if you come down here, it says expect to put a nail or 3 in your competition's coffin. Now, I'm going to go off a limb and say it's a 3-tap kill, which would be absolutely crazy. I don't care how slow firing it. All right, next up, we have the OTS-9, the new SMG, and this gun's pretty entertaining for solo players. Just reading the first few words, boasting great stopping power and a phenomenal rate of fire. It's going to shoot fast as shit, and it's going to hit like a truck. The problem that I have, low magazine capacity of 20 rounds. And again, going back to the last weapon we were talking about, not a huge fan of that. because I'm more of a trios and quads player, but if you're a solo duo player, this gun may be good for you guys. Those who control its recoil will find it can work well in individual engagements. Again, individual engagements, when you're working with X amount of ammo and something that's going to have a huge amount of recoil, which I would imagine this will, you're probably going to miss a few bullets. And the last thing you guys want to be doing is put yourself out in the open in a 1v2, 1v3 position with this gun in hand. Make sure if you're using the new OTS 9 weapon, you try your best to remain solely in a solos fight. Now you might be like, Savage, but it says it holds its own in squad fights. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. If you run into a really good team that's working together and maneuvering together, it's gonna be hard for you to take out 4 people with a very, very small magazine count. All right, now I'm not too big into melee weapons. I don't think I've ever used one in Warzone before. Blackout was a different story, but I don't think I've ever touched a melee weapon in this game, but it does look fire. Nothing special to it, but it does look pretty cool. And of course, to obtain the Nailgun OTS 9 and the Mace during the season 4 in one of 2 ways: complete an in-game challenge to obtain the free base weapon, or pick up the bundle with a unique blueprint version when it appears in the store. And again, I do think because it says in season, we will not be seeing these bundles anywhere around the launch time, maybe a week later, but I would imagine probably a little bit down the road, just to bring more variety. All right, and we do have new points of interest coming. Not sure how many, not sure exactly where they're going to be out throughout the map. I hope it's a little bit more than new POIs we've gotten in the past, where they just throw some bunkers and they open them, and that's kind of it. I like the look of this. It's going to change the dynamic of the map completely. Instead of just being a bunker that's underground, it looks like they're actually going to throw this out in the open in the middle of nowhere. So I'm excited for this. I hope we see a lot of it though. I don't care how big or small this area is. I just hope it's vast throughout the map. That way we can kind of run into new stuff all the time. I understand we've been playing Verdansk for over a year now, well over a year now, and I love the new 80s theme for sure. I like it a lot, but it does get stale. So I would like to see more point of interest being implemented throughout the map pretty regularly, to be honest. Not even just at new season drops. I would like to see new POIs popping up in the map, maybe like every 4 weeks or so at minimum, just to kind of change it up and make it a little bit less stale. But let's just go over this real quick. Several satellites have crash landed in Verdansk, leaving you and your squad to investigate the rubble. Although they won't appear on your TAC map, the satellite crash will be plainly visible in Verdansk, as debris and impact on the landscape is significant. That's actually good. I didn't even read this before I was talking about it. I'm glad to see the impact on the landscape is significant, meaning it should be a big deal. Also, besides offering new opportunities for cover, the satellites themselves can be secured. Interact with sat links found in the area to work towards receiving permanent rewards in the ground fall event at the beginning of the season. Also, secure helpful items to use during the match, such as powerful kill streaks, vehicles, and field upgrades. That sucks. I'm gonna be honest, not a huge fan of that at all. We're gonna see a lot of stopping power to imagine, crazy kill streaks, but it is what it is. Also, we do have these new red doors. These will be available at launch. Not sure exactly what it is. And of course, as you guys probably heard or seen on Twitter, a lot of people are believing this is teleportation device. Like you go into it and you come out of another red door somewhere else. Not sure exactly how that's gonna work. If it is teleport, I think it'd be dope to go from one area to another, but I do think this may turn into a subway system. I'm gonna be honest. So my fear with this is going to be that if it is only a handful of doors and certain doors lead to certain areas consistently, let's say one door is at dam and it brings you to airport, right? There's gonna be a lot of people that's probably gonna camp next to the door waiting for you to come out. Now, you might just teleport somewhere randomly, and that would be cool because then you could be safe from any campers who are just waiting for you to pop through the door. But I'm kind of interested to see how this played. Nobody really used a subway system in the first place. It was kind of a pain in the ass to go down there, and also really didn't change the dynamic of the game at all. I don't know how this will do. Only time will tell. All right, now we're going to talk about the new Gulag. They're calling it the hijack Gulag, and judging by the screenshot, it looks like it's going to be a really nice change of pace. I do like the idea of them changing the Gulag regularly. Granted, this is only the 3rd time, I believe. I may be mistaken. It might be 4th time. I think it might be the 4th time. But regardless, they didn't really change the Gulag at all in the first 5 seasons. But here lately, they've been changing it a little bit more regularly. And I like that it gives it a little bit more variety. When we were stuck in that bathroom for what felt like forever, I ended up just killing myself every time because I was so damn bored with fighting in that freaking bathroom. I didn't want to deal with it anymore. And that also will come out when season 4 launches. So day 1, literally in 2 days on the 17th. All right, now this is something I kind of want to go into depth with a little bit. Is the new vehicle. This is going to be awesome. Now, I'm a former PUBG player. I have over 3,000 hours in PUBG, and I absolutely love the dirt bike in that game. If the vehicle speed is similar to the one in PUBG, this will be a very fast vehicle, meaning it will probably be a little bit difficult to get shot off of it. And if you guys are snipers, TikTokers, YouTubers, streamers, whatever the case is, get your clip button ready, because when you start popping people's heads on this vehicle, it's gonna be a hell of a shot. But with this vehicle, while you're airborne, you should be able to maneuver the vehicle side to side, front to back, to kind of help you with the landing. And also, that being said, because you can maneuver it that way, you might be able to do some side barrels, maybe some back flips, front flips. It'll just be a fun thing to do. Shit, sometimes when I got bored in PUBG, I would just drive around the map on a motorcycle with some guns, hop off on some people if I had to, but just do my best in hitting the best jumps and just getting the best clips. But of course, as you guys see with my hype, I'm pretty excited for this. I think it's gonna be a great addition for Verdansk, and it's just gonna bring a little bit more element of fun to the map. And again, this is a very sweaty game. Warzone is probably one of the most stressful games. I think it's not the hardest battle royale, but it's definitely the most stressful BR, just because of all the BS we got to go through and just how the game is designed in general. So I like to see them getting a little bit more fun with the additions in the map. And as you see here, ramp your off-road antics with this extremely maneuverable scrambler scattered across Verdansk and ready to use at the start of the match. With an excellent turning radius, carry yourself and a companion two-seater across the concrete jungle, up goat trails, and down rock-filled ravines with ease. And lastly, in addition to becoming the new fastest vehicle in Warzone, the dirt bike will have some unique handling properties such as wheel traction, sliding, drifting, and vehicle leaning. All right, now this is going to be interesting. 2 new game modes, including Verdansk Resurgence Mini at launch. This is going to be awesome for you Rebirth Island players out there. And honestly, for those of you who don't like Rebirth, this will be an awesome experience for you as well. This new playlist mimics the Rebirth Island Resurgence experience more accurately compared to the standard Verdansk Resurgent Battle Royale. In addition to the rules, no Gulag, extreme clarity on enemy positions upon elimination of a squad member, a resurgent timer, and special supply boxes. The Verdansk Resurgence Mini features, that's a mouthful, features more intimate lobby sizes of 44 to 45, operators at maximum depending on squad sizes. Games do begin in a compact DZ, meaning your circle is going to be smaller. So instead of the big ass Verdansk, I would imagine it will start off as a smaller zone, probably like your last 4 circles, and slowly close in on a different timer speed. I would imagine something very similar to Rebirth Island. Now, something cool, and I don't know if it says this, I probably should finish reading this first, but something cool I would like to see is different areas, right? So Rebirth would kind of get tiring playing the same map over and over and over for most players. That's why I don't play it. Cool thing about this is same concept, but they can move it all around Verdansk. It can just be a random area that it chooses. So one time you're playing, you're at airport. The next time you're playing the same map, you're going to be at prison, which would absolutely suck. The next time will be a promenade, and so on and so forth. That will be awesome because it's kind of like you're getting a variety of multiple maps, when in reality, you're not. But if you could finesse me, I'll fall for it. All right, so games begin with compact DZ with circles inside a random position of Verdansk. Okay, there it is. Found it. I literally, all I had to do was read 7 more words and I could have just said what I said in about 15 sentences. Anyway, the first circle will be skipped to create a small, dense, and action-packed starting area. All right, there's a problem with that. I definitely should have read this. Let's finish this. The items you'll find around here are more frequent and higher quality compared to traditional battle royale mode, meaning I would imagine ground loot weapons would be a little bit better than what they normally are. This game mode will be available in a variety of squad sizes, solos, duos, trios, and quads. Awesome. Which is likely to swap into featured playlist rotation weekly following season 4's launch. So I'd imagine the first week we just play the hell out of it. They find out which ones are more popular and they start rotating those a little bit more, is what I'm getting from that gist. All right, going back to it, it said the first circle will be skipped to create a small, dense, action-packed starting area. I really hope they skip more than just the first circle. I'm going to be honest. When you talk about second, third circles with only 40 to 45 players, that's pretty big. This may be a lot more slow paced than I originally anticipated. I might be wrong, and it really depends on what random areas you get, but it just seems like starting from the second circle might be a little too big. We'll see with time. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Only time will tell. All right, they do have another mode coming called Payload. It will be released mid-season, not at the start. This will be Warzone's first ever objective-based game mode, which is going to be pretty unique, a different vibe. Don't know if I love it, don't know if I hate it, but I'm definitely going to it with an open mind, just because, again, variety wins my heart. In Payload, you and 39 other operators drop in to escort 2 caravans of vehicles through a series of checkpoints or sabotage the mission. That's unique. We'll touch that in a second. Build or destroy barriers and purchase buildings to aid in your squad's mission, and be sure to collect any contracts you find around Verdansk. Now, this leads me to believe a couple things. One, it could be 20 versus 20. It could be split right down the middle. You and 39 other operators, it could be half and half, is because you have the option to escort or sabotage the mission. So I don't know exactly if it's going to be team based. I don't know if they actually identify the good guys from the bad guys, or if it's just decision you make when you're in the map. You can decide to do whatever you want. That'd be pretty cool. Not really sure though how it's going to work out. Is it going to be 4-person squads? Is it going to be 20 versus 20? But again, newness is awesome and it's piqued my interest. Can't wait to jump into this once my arm heals. This next part is really important. Something I've been wanting in Warzone since day one. Something I've been wanting in Blackout is gifting content. I want to be able to gift people battle passes and other things, and not just me, but I'm sure other content creators, other players, and so on and so forth. This is awesome. You can help out your friends who don't want to buy the battle pass for whatever reason. If you're doing a giveaway, you could do this. This is going to be crucial. So I love the fact that you are now being brought the option to gift stuff to other players. Hot off the heels of the battle pass gifting expansion through the Call of Duty companion app, season 4 introduces a brand new way to help the squad by gifting them Call of Duty content. Starting in season 4, friends can send the battle pass bundle, or store bundles to another within Black Ops Cold War. And Warzone players will be able to receive gifts at the start of the season, with additional gifting functionality planned for later in the season. All right, so lastly, and completely unrelated to anything in the blueprint, I want to talk about the buggy. Again, I'm a PUBG player, so when I see the screenshot, if I didn't know any better, I instantly would assume PUBG. This the motorcycle and the buggy, this is literally the exact same buggy from PUBG. As you can see here, it's got a mounted machine gun on it. I would like to see Warzone implement the 2-seater buggy with no weapon on it. I think that'd be amazing. Or even a 4-seater buggy with 2 being internal and 2 on the back side facing the back. That way, as you guys are driving, you can have 2 guys on the back of your vehicle with their weapons, able to mow down whoever's chasing you. This will bring a crazy good dynamic to Warzone that I don't think they've even thought of, that we haven't seen yet. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the roadmap. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, just quickly, the 2 things I'm most excited for is going to be the new vehicle and the new game modes. I think Resurgence Verdansk is going to be a banger. I'm really looking forward to season 4. Season 3 was awesome. Unfortunately, I could not play it because of my arm, but I am really looking forward to season 4. Let me know in the comment section if you guys are looking forward to it, if you think it's a little bit lackluster, or just let me know what you guys think that Ravensoft should add to Warzone to give it a little bit more variety, make it a little bit more fun, or even a little bit more competitive. But until next time, you guys have a good one and good luck in Warzone.